EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold out Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Strap in, the first of 3 on this Sunday. What a day we have in store. Super Wild Card Weekend on EA Sports. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now a 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw, it's May. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. 2nd and 10. Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. 1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So on 4th down, here's Bryce Baringer on to punt for the Patriots. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. He'll return it from the 6. Powering his way forward. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9.
Yellow.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A big play there. 44 yards. And the Chiefs will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and they've got the crowd involved fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here's May. That one caught by Polk. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Throwing here is May. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he will have a Patriots first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Now the first carry here for their running back. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
To the air, May. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 16. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots are an extra point away from capturing the lead. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they take the lead here at 7-6. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
15. Watch out!
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he will possibly get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. On the other hand, it will definitely take us to the end of the first quarter of play. The second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
Yellow.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Hey, 57, attack, attack!
To throw, it's Mahomes. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Juwan Bentley. And the Pats are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Now, that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum. Or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top. Or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with. Because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on 3rd down.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Bryce Baringer on now to punt. This is taken at about the 14. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting 1st downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Easy.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 37 yards.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield. A combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Kayvon Thibodeaux. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this 1st half.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
Hey, Ripley.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, yellow, go gun. Yellow.
And now here's a carry heading left. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
2nd and 5.
Yellow.
Mahomes going to throw. That's caught right side by Worthy. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 32 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to...
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs have regained the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Well, they'll come up 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. May. To the right side and intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Yellow. Hey, 57, 57. Return.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
This is part of why this guy's got multiple MVPs on the mantle. We're used to seeing him make the impossible throws, but here Mahomes knows he's got nothing. So he wisely just gets rid of it.
Hey, 57, 57.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Butker's kick here is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points. But that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Oh, the ball comes out on on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
From the gun on third down is May. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They'll throw with May. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
From the shotgun, May with it. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. They'll look to throw again. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll throw now on the final play. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Yellow, yellow.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now here's Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Mahomes now to throw. That ball caught. It's Rice. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Yellow, yellow.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kayvon Thibodeaux able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
On play action, May. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now McCaffrey off right tackle. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Play action. May. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Patriots will get a new set of downs.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Second and 14. His throw incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 19. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. To throw, it's May. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Here's May. Touchdown, Patriots. Christian McCaffrey from 3 yards out. And the Patriots have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. But CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big pickup of 38. What a luxury to have a tight end that can run a post route like that.
It's a luxury for the offense. It's an extreme luxury for the quarterback. Always has a great outlet and usually able to come up with a nice play down the middle of the field.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
Slot man moves right. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. A gain of 3, second down. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
2nd and 7.
Fire down these two. Fire down these two. Where's that?
And now here's a carry heading left. Fighting through. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Chiefs will add to their fourth quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index, because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive, eluding the pressure right.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
Got it. Ready?
Here's 2nd and 10.
60 back, yeah. 60 back, yeah. Get it?
Throwing here is May. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Back to throw. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. From the shotgun, it's May. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Chiefs will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, down 2 scores in the fourth quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, a 22. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Yellow.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Yellow. 43. 43. Nice hit.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Open man right side is Rice. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 19. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They go play fake. Mahomes. And it'll be intercepted. And the Patriots are right back in this football game. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, May. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Let's go now. 18
They'll throw with May. Now this completes a Polk. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
3rd and long always tilts to the defense. And I just remember as a player how many times it was hammered into my head. Know where the sticks are and get him down in front of it. But sometimes what happens is you worry about where that is much more than the person who has the ball. And on that play, they didn't have enough focus on him. And somehow he turned a short pass into a 1st down.
Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. To the air, May. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. From the shotgun, May with it. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So with an even 30 seconds to go, everything will come down to this onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
50, yellow. Right side.
Now a handoff as they run left side. Runs over it. Fights through and now a crease. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
Riblet.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. They'll roll him out right. He's got a man, it's his fullback. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
On second down, they'll run it here. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
You talk about closing in a hurry as a safety and run support. Not only did he get a good run in, he gave him a pretty good pop, too, and finished off the play behind the line of scrimmage.
Yellow.
Back to throw, Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Butker now to add the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And by rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. They'll come up first and 10 here. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Here comes second down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Well, one win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.